I am still catching up on reviews for my October reading. Daughter of Stone by B.A. Pepper came out on October 31st. I finished it a couple of weeks ago. Let me tell you about it now. I applied for this one as an ARC because it advertised witchy vibes, deadly trials, and pulled a lot on Welsh mythology, which I found really cool. In this one, Non knows about magical powers. In fact, many members of her family have them, but she does not. She spectacularly failed her coming-of-age test when no powers manifested at all, and it was just traumatizing. Because she's not magical, she is a vulnerability for her family and cannot live near them. She is cast out, making her way in the real world, and no magical abilities have arisen since. And then the bar that she's working in explodes. Like, literally explodes. So her semi-estranged grandmother, matriarch of this magical family, swoops in, steals Non away from this life that she's built and back to the family home so she can reassess her for latent powers. In doing so, she accidentally lands Non in the midst of these traditional yet deadly trials, seeking favor of their gods for enhanced magical powers. The author is working with a lot of great concepts here. I love the deadly trials, I love the dark atmosphere in these kinds of reads. Pulling on Welsh mythology was a fresh take that I like to see. We've also got wonderful representation for LGBTQ plus characters. We've got plus size main characters, both of them. The male main character is really, really lovable. For all of those, you can really see this writer has some great ideas. However, it did feel like it probably needed another round of edits or maybe a harsher editor. For example, we have a lot of named characters that become difficult to keep track of because so many of them have very little relevance to the story. Likewise, we have a lot of exposition happening. Some of the grittiness feels overplayed to the point where it almost feels satirical. Overall, it ended up feeling rather unfinished, actually, and the way that the cliffhanger at the end was handled really added to that effect. I am going to keep an eye out for future titles from this author. She does have great ideas. I just don't think she's quite realized her voice fully as an author yet, and that may just take some time. As always, there is a longer write-up of all of this available on my website with all content warnings at writing.hallidaynelson.com, and I want to know what you are reading too, because no matter how enormous my TBR pile gets, I'm going to keep adding to it. Happy reading.